lines L1, which is 2y minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0, and line 2, 3y plus x minus 20 is equal to 0, intersect at point A. So these are two lines which are intersecting at point A. Intersecting is where two lines meet. Find the coordinate of A. So there is two ways of getting the coordinate of A, but I want to give the easiest. If we know the two equations, we solve them using simultaneously using substitution or elimination, n of them. So let us use elimination. That is 2y minus 3x equal to 6. Nimepeleka hii hapa side. That is equation 1. And this one will repeat 3y minus x plus x is equal to 20, and the pande is equal to 20. So let me eliminate x. To eliminate x, unachukua hii unapiga hapa times 1 because hapa ni 1x, 3 inakuja chini, unapiga times 3. So this one is going to be 2y minus 3x equal to 6. 9y minus 3x is equal to 60. So to eliminate this one, we are going to add y equation, so that now negative 3 plus 3, the answer is going to be 0. So 2 plus this one is 11y. This plus is equal to 66. So we are going to have 11y equal to 66. So y is equal to, divided by 11 both sides, 6. So to get the value of x, we substitute the value here, n of this equation. 3y plus x is equal to 20. So 3 into 5 plus x equal to 20. 15 plus x is equal to 20. X is equal to 20. Well, it was 6. Sorry, the value of y is 6. So 6, which is going to be 18. So minus 18. So x is equal to 2. So A is written in the form of xy, and that one is 2, 6. That is the simplest way of doing it. A third line L3 is perpendicular to line 2 at a point A. Find the equation of line 3 in the form of y is equal to mx plus c, where m and c are constants. So first, we need to get the gradient of line 2. Tukishajua the gradient of line 2, tutajua the gradient of line 3 because they are perpendicular. So L2 equation yake ndio hii, 3y plus x minus 20. So to get the gradient of this line, we must write this equation in the form of y equal to mx plus c. Tuna make sure y inabaki peke yake on the left. So this one will be 3y is equal to negative x plus 20. Kienda on the other side, divided by 3, both sides. So y equal to, add negative x plus 20 over 3. So the gradient of L2 equal to negative a third. So gradient of L3 will be 3, because when we multiply perpendicular lines, when you multiply gradient 1 times gradient 2, the answer should be negative 1. So if I multiply negative a third times 3, the answer is negative 1. So gradient of L3 is 3. It is. You should know that perpendicular lines m1 times gradient 2, the answer should be negative 1. You lazima ujue. Kwa hivyo, this is the gradient of line 3. This the line 3 inapita kwa A, which was 2 to 6. Tunatake the general coordinate x, y, na gradient yetu ni 3. So gradient is equal change in y over change in x, which is equal to y minus 6 over x minus 2, which is equal to 3 over 1. That is y minus 6 is equal to 3x minus 6. Y equal to 3x minus 6 plus 6. Ikienda pande hii inakuwa positive. So y equal to 3x. This one is 0. Another line, L4, is parallel to L1 and passes through this and that. Find the xy intercept of line 4. Parallel lines, you should know that parallel lines have the same gradient. Parallel lines have the same gradient. So let us get the gradient of L1. Once we get the gradient of L1, L4 will be automatic. The gradient of L4 is automatic. So L1, the equation was 2y minus 3x minus 6. So to get the gradient, you must write this equation in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So 2y is equal to 3x plus 6 divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2. So y is equal to 3 over 2x plus 3. So the gradient of L1 equal to 3 over 2. So gradient of line 4 is 3 over 2 because they have the same gradient. Line 4 passes through point -1, 3. The gradient we have, the gradient is 3 over 2. The general point is x, y. Now gradient is equal change in y over change in x, which is y minus 3, x minus 1 is equal to 3 over 2. Y minus 3 equal to x minus minus itakuwa positive. X plus 1 is equal to 3 over 2. Cross multiply, 3x plus 1 is equal to plus 3. This is equal to, ningeanza na hii, 2y minus 6 is equal to 3x plus 3. 2y equal to 3x ikienda hapa itakuwa plus 9. So that is the equation of line 4. But we want to find the x and y intercept of line 4. Sasa tukutafuta y intercept, tunaanza na ata x intercept occurs when y is equal to 0. So everywhere where you see y in our equation, you put 0. You substitute with 0. So we are going to have 0 equal to 3x plus 9. Negative 9 equal to 3x. So x is going to be negative 3. Kwa hivyo the x intercept itakuwa negative 3, 0. So that is the coordinate of the x intercept. Y intercept occurs when x is equal to 0. So where you see 0, you see x in this equation, you substitute with 0. We will have 2y is equal to 9 because it is 0. That means y equal to 4.5. So the y-intercept is equal to x is 0, y is 4.5, and that is the coordinate of the y-intercept. The masses in kilograms of patients who attended a clinic on a certain day were recorded as follows. This is the masses. Starting with the class 35 to 39, make a frequency distribution table for the data. So hapa unafaa kuwa very careful wakati unachagua these numbers. So this one is the class x, which is the midpoint. We will have the frequency, we will have the cumulative frequency, and then we will have fx, because we know we want the mean. We have this one will assist us to get the median, because they are going to ask us the median. Kwa hivyo our first class is 35, 39. The second one will start at 40 to 44, because the class interval is 5. So now hesabu 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Sawa? 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. So that is the class is 5, 5. So we will go next as 45 to 49, like that to the end. So where do you stop the class? Unaangalia the smallest number and the greatest number here, the largest number here. Kwa mfano hapa the number yetu kubwa kabisa ni 79. So inamaanisha itafika 79. And then now you count those that are between 35 to 39. And then you circle them, 35 to 39. 35 to 39. So 1, to 39, 1. To 39, 2. So you do that and then you repeat again kwa sababu unaweza make a mistake. So there are only 2. Frequency itakuwa 2. So you do that way all the way, na unarudia tena kwa sababu unaweza make a mistake. Unarudia tena to make sure that you are doing the right thing. So I finished putting the frequency. Now what I want, the midpoint is this plus this divided by 2, and you get that. And it should be the class interval 5, 5, 5, 37, 42, 47, 52, like that. So what I want to do is the CF. The CF, the first number unaweka ni 2, and then 2 plus this, which is 6. 6 plus this, 14. 14 plus this, 23. 23 plus this, 34. 34 plus 7, 41. 41 plus 5, 46. 46 plus 3, 49. 49 plus 1, 50. So the cumulative frequency, the total cumulative frequency lazima ifanane ifike the summation of f, which is 50. Summation of f lazima ifike. Ukiona itafika maanisha umepotea mahali. The next thing you need to get is fx. Fx ni ex times the frequency. This one is 74. So our total summation of fx is 27.75. So we need that to calculate the mean. So the mean x bar is equal to summation fx divided by summation f, which is 27.75 divided by 50. This one is 55.5 kg. Hii hesabu unafanya na unarudia. Sawa sawa. Na una make sure una avoid mistakes. How do you avoid the mistake? Unafinya calculator ukiwa umeweka mind huko. Usifinye 3 wakati unataka kufinya 2. So you must be very careful kwa sababu ukikosea anything here, everything is wrong. So the median tunatumia formula L plus n over 2 minus c over f plus interval. L is the lower class of the median. How do you get the median class? The median class is n, the frequency, total frequency divided by 2. For example, ours was 50 divided by 2, so ina lie at 25. So tunaenda kwa table yetu tunaangalia 25 ina lie wapi. Tukiangalia hapa, in our cumulative frequency 23 is behind. So our median class ina lie hapa kwa 34. So our median class is 35 55, 59. Therefore, L is the lower limit of our class. The lower limit is going to be 54.5. So you write 54.5 plus N is 50 divided by 2, which is 25, minus C. C is the cumulative frequency above the class. So our class is this one. That means our class is this. You see, our class is this, median class. Therefore, C is the cumulative frequency above our class. Above, so above is 23. So which is now minus 23. And then divided by the frequency on that class. So the class frequency is 11. Divided by 11. And then times class interval is 5. So this one gives you 54.5 plus 0.9, and that one will give us 55.4 kilograms. Now, on the grid provided, draw an histogram to represent the data. Histogram, when the class interval is uniform like this, 5, 5, 5, when we draw the median, the histogram, we use frequency. But if the class intervals hii inakuwa 5, ingine 10, ingine 100, ingine 200, we use the frequency density. Hapa tunatumia frequency density. Hiyo ndio tofauti. So now here we use on x-axis, we use the lower limit, the upper limit. Lower limit of the upper in each class. For example, here we will use this class 35, 39. We will, the first bar here, we will have 34.5 because the lower limit of 35 is 34.5. The upper limit in this class is 39.5. So hivyo ndio unaweka. Kwa hivyo sasa mahali kukati sasa, kwa mfano the first one, the frequency is 2. Tunachora, tunafika hapa kwa 2. Unachora hivyo. Mahali iko 4, next one is 4. You draw, una increase hiyo inafika 4. Namna hiyo. Unaweka hivi and then you do like this. You do like this. Unaendelea. The third one was 8. So you go to where we have 8. Like that. You draw this one and then you shade like that. So this is what we call an histogram. So this is what we call the histogram. A solid S is made up of a cylindrical part and a conical part. The height of the solid is 4.5. The common radius of the cylindrical part and the conical part is 0.9. The height of the conical part is 1.5 meters. Calculate the volume correct to 1 decimal place of solid S. So let us sketch solid S. Solid S should be iko na cylinder. Ambayo iko na cone. So that is how it should look. The radius tumeambiwa they have a common radius is 0.9. So the radius is going to be 0.9. And then the height, the whole height of this is 4.5, but the height of the conical part is 1.5. So meaning the height of this one is 3 meters. It is 4.5 minus 1.5. And that one is going to be 1.5, 0, 3. Yeah, that is 3. Very good. So now we want to calculate the volume. So here we have two figures. So the volume of the cone and the volume of the cylinder. The formula you should know. So volume of the cone is given by 1/3 pi r square h. So plus volume of the cylinder, which is pi r square h. Very good. You need to know that. So now let us start with the volume of the cone, which is a third times 22/7 times the radius 0.9 square times the height 1.5. And this one will give us 1.3 meters square. Now the volume, that is the cone. Now the cylinder, we have said it is pi r square, which is 22/7 times 0.9 square times the height of the cylinder, which is 3. And this one will give us 7.6 meters cube. Yeah, cube, not square, cube, because it is a volume. So to get the total, we add this and that, we get the total. So total volume is 7.6 plus 1.3, that gives us 8.9 meters cube. Calculate the total surface area of the solid S. So total surface area of this. So total surface area, you calculate the curved surface of this and the surface area of the curved surface plus this circle. Here we are going to include one circle. So first, we calculate the curved surface area of the cone. Curved surface area of a cone is given by pi RL. So we don't have L here in this cone. Our cone, we need to get this L so that we use it here. We need this L. So how do we get it? We remove it like this. This here is the height is 1.5. From here is 0.9. So we can get L. So 1.5 square plus 0.9 square will give us L square. So L itself is the square root of 1.5 square plus 0.9 square. So L is equal to 1.7 meters. Now we have L. Now we can calculate this one, which is 22/7 times radius 0.7 times L 1.7. That one gives us 4.8 meters square. Now we want to calculate the area of the cylinder, the surface area of the cylinder. Remember hapa iko open ndio ikaungana na hiyo ingine. Kwa hivyo hatuta include this circle. Tuna include this circle peke yake. So it is curved surface area with one circle. And that formula will be pi r square for this circle plus the curved surface area of the cylinder, which is 2 pi r h. That is the curved surface area of a cylinder. Now this one will be 22/7 times radius, which is 0.9 square plus 2 times 22/7 times 0.9 times height of this one, which was 3. This one will give us a total of 19.5 meters square. So now total surface area will be 19.5 plus 4.8. That one is 23.3 meters square. 23.3 meters square. A square base pillar of side this, a square base. So the space, the square is the base. That is a pillar. Whichever it is going, this one is 1.6, 1.6. has the same volume of solid S. Determine the height of the pillar, so they have the same volume. So the volume of this one is required. So volume will require 8.9 meters cube. Will be the same as this, which is going to be length times height. 8.9 is equal to 1.6 square times h. So to get the height, we divide by 6 square, 1.6 square. So h is equal 8.9 divided by 16, 1.6 times 1.6. That one gives us 3.5 meters. So it is 3.5 meters, the height, 3.5. In the figure below, not drawn to scale, AB is 11, and that is that. DA is a right angle triangle, this is a right angle triangle. Calculate correct one decimal place, the length DC. This is very easy, we use the Pythagoras theorem. So DC square is equal to DA, that is 3 square plus 5 square. So DC equal to the square root of 9 plus 25. And that is equal to the square root of 34. And that one, so DC equal to 5.8 centimeters. The size of angle ADC, the size of angle ADC, we want this angle here. So that one now, we extract this angle, this right angle triangle, which is this. Here we are looking for this angle, we have 3 centimeter here. Here we have 5 centimeter. We use so, toa. So we use tan theta is equal to opposite, which is 5 over the adjacent 3. So theta is equal to tan inverse this, which is 5 over 3. And this one will give us 59.0 degrees. 59.0 degrees. Calculate the size of angle ACB. Angle ACB. We want now to calculate this angle here, this angle. We can use this sign now. We have this length, we have this length, we have this length. We can use the cosine rule. So this is A, the opposite here is C, the opposite here is B. So we want this angle C. So we will say C square, this is C square, will be equal to A square plus B square, A square plus B square, A square plus B square, minus A, B cos C. So it's our 2AC, 2AB cos C. So C square, we have C, which is 11 square, equal to 8 square plus 5 square, minus 2 times 5 times 8 cos C. We are looking for that cos. Next one, we bring this one on this side. We will have 121 minus, the total here is 89, is equal to, this is 40, 80 minus 80 cos C. So we are going to 32 is equal to negative 80 cos C. So cos C, we divide by both sides by this, is equal to cos C is equal to 32 divided by 80, negative 80. So cos C is equal to negative 0.4. So to get C, we find the cos inverse of negative 0.4. So this one, you take your calculator, you press shift cos, that is inverse, you open bracket, you insert negative 0.4, you cross, and it gives you the answer as that. That is the correct answer. And that one will be. So C is 113.6 degrees. Calculate the area of quadrilateral ABCD. So we want to calculate the area of ABCD. So we will calculate the area of this plus the area of this, and that is all. So area of ACD plus area of ABC, that is now a half times 3 times 5. That is the area of this, a half times space times height. Then plus ABC, we will use a half times the side 5 times another side times the angle we have, times 5 times 8 sine 113.6. This is 77.5 plus 18.33. The answer is going to be 25.8 centimeters square. The corner points A, B, C, and D of a range are such that B is 80 kilometers directly east of A and C is 6 kilometers from B on a bearing 30. D is 7 kilometers from C on a bearing this. Using scale of 1 to represent 1 kilometer, draw a diagram to show the position of A, B, C, and D. Use the scale to determine the bearing of A from D and distance. So try to draw that and make sure it looks like this. So this is A, B, C, and D. And then make sure you have 210 degrees. Your distance here should be 99.2 kilometers plus or minus 0.1. And your next question should be, the perimeter of the range should be 31 kilometers. Given that A is this, B is that, find the value of x for which AB is a singular matrix. So if AB is a singular matrix, it means the determinant is going to be, of AB is going to be 0. So first, take 3, x plus 1, 2, you multiply with 1, 3, 2, 0. So this times this, we are going to have 3 plus, this is 2. So this one is 3 plus 3x, x plus 7, 6, 2x plus 2. So I guess you know how to multiply matrix. That's why I'm doing very fast. So it is 3 times this, which is 3. This times this. So we are going to have 3 plus 3x. X times 1. That is x. 3 times tumefika wapi? So 3 times this tumesema. And then x. Then the next one is 3 times this, that is 6. X times 0 is 0. We have 6, like that. So this is now the matrix whose determinant has got 0. So this is the diagonal, this one, this times this minus that should be equal to 0. So 3x plus 3x times 2x plus 2 minus this times that 6x plus 42, the answer should be 0. So this is going to give you open this, finally it will give us 6x plus 6x squared plus 6 plus 6x minus 6x minus 42, the answer is 0. So finally we will have x squared plus 6x minus 36, the answer is 0. So here you like terms together. This one is going to end with this one because it is subtraction. 6 minus 42, the answer is negative 36. This one you copy here, and this is this. 6 minus 42 is this, 36 is equal to 0. Our factors, so are going to be 2 and 3. So we are going to have x plus 3, x minus 2 equal to 0. We can simplify this, divide by 6 everywhere, so you will have x squared minus plus x, that is equal to 6 is equal to 0. Tafuta namba mbili, ukimultiply inakupea negative 6, ukiongeza inakuwa positive 1. So those numbers actually is negative 2, 3. So 3 times this, negative 6. Negative 2 plus 3, 1. Now x is equal to negative 3 or x is equal to 2. Those are the answers. Mambo bought 3 exercise books and 5 pens for a total of this. If Mambo had bought 2 exercise books and 4 pens, he could have spent Kenya shillings 45 less. Taking x to represent the price of exercise book and y price of pen, form 2 equations to represent the above information. So Mambo bought 3 exercise, that is 3x plus 5y, and he paid 165. If he had bought 2x plus 4y, he could have paid 45 less. So you take your calculator, 165, you subtract 45. So he's going to pay 120. These are the 2 equations that will help you solve that. Use matrix method to get the price of that. So copy this one, that's 3, 5, 2, 4, xy equal to 165, 120. Get the determinant, that is 4 times 23 minus 10, and that one is 2. Our determinant is 2. Get the inverse. Inverse is 1 over determinant into, that's 1 over 2. You interchange this one, inakuja hapa, hii inakuja huku. So inakuja 4, inakuja 3. Easy, inakuwa negative. Negative 2, negative 5. So the next step now, this is the inverse. You multiply the inverse with this and with this. That is a half into 4, negative 5, negative 2, 3, times 3, 2, 5, 4, xy equal to this inverse into 4, negative 5, negative 2, 3. You must be careful when you are transferring this information not to make a mistake. 165, 120. So inverse times a matrix, the answer is the identity matrix, which is 1, 0, 0, 1. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do this. This you just understand it that way. X, Y. Now this one you have to multiply this times this times that, the way we multiply normally the matrix. So this one is going to give us 30, 15. So x equal to shilling 30, y equal to shilling 15. So I assume that you know how to multiply matrix. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it very fast. A teacher of a class of 36 students bought 2 exercise books and 1 pen for each student. Calculated the total amount of money the teacher paid for the books and pens. So the students are 36. 2 exercise books, so it is 36 times 2. Alilipa ngapi? 1 exercise book inalipa 30 bob times 30. Ongeza, kalamu alinunua ngapi? Moja times 36, na kalamu moja ni 15. So hiyo inakupea total of Kenya shillings 2700. An institution intended to buy a certain number of chairs for Kenya shillings this. The supplier agreed to offer a discount of Kenya shillings 60 per chair, which enabled the institution to get 3 more chairs. Taking x as the original intended number of chairs, write an expression in terms of x for original price. So original price itakuwa 1620 divided by x chairs, because tumeambiwa x is the original number of chairs. After doing the discount, they bought 3 more chairs. So the price after the discount is going to be 16,200, the total amount of money, plus divided by x plus 3. X plus 3 is the number of chairs which is going to add 3 more chairs. But by so doing, the supplier agreed to offer a discount of 60 per chair. Very good. So determine the number of chairs the institution originally intended to buy. We want to get the value of x. So the original price, you subtract, after doing the discount, the answer should be, or the answer should be this one, you subtract 60, the answer should be equal to this. 16,200 divided by x. If you subtract 60, the answer should be 162, 0, 0 divided by x plus 3. Or this, subtract this, the answer should be 60. So you can do it in 2 ways. Over 1, so our LCM is that. We multiply every term by the LCM. So we multiply the LCM here, we will have tunakuwa na x plus 3 times 16,200 minus, here we are going to have x square plus 3x times 60 equal to 16,200 inaenda, so inabaki x. If we open this one, we're going to have 162,00x plus this times 3, 48,600 minus 60x square minus 180x is equal to 162,00x. This and that goes. Cancels out. So now we will rearrange this one. We will rearrange this one, and then I want to change the sign in this one to be positive by dividing negative everywhere. So I will have 60 x square plus 180 x minus 4860 equal to 0. You can simplify further by dividing by 60, 60, 60. So x square plus 30, see the 30 or 3, 3x this one will be 810 is equal to 0. So you can here solve using quadratic formula. X is equal to minus b, positive like that, b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, or you find the factors. So the factors, the numbers that when you multiply, they give you the 10, and when you add them, they give you this one is negative 27 and 30. So we are going to have now x square minus 27x plus 30x minus 810. You group them. The common factor here is x. So x minus 27. Oh, the common factor is x, which is going to remain x minus 27. And here plus the common factor here is 30, which is going to be here x minus 30. Is it a minus or addition? Sorry. The common factor here is 30, which was here 27 times. Now we pick this and that, x plus 30, x minus 27 is equal to 0. So x is equal to negative 30 or x is equal to 27. So just cannot be negative, so we ignore the negative, so it means x is equal to 27. So they intended to buy 27 chairs. So it is 27 chairs. The price per chair after the discount. So 1620 divided by, after the discount, now the chairs were 30. That is 3 plus 27. That is 16,200 divided by 30. That one is shilling 540. Each chair costed 540. The amount of money the institution could have saved per chair if it bought the intended number of chairs at a discount of 15. So one chair without the discount is 1620 divided by 27 chairs, which is shilling 100. So 100% is equal to 600. Wangepewa ita 5, 100 minus 15 discount, ingekuwa ngapi? Ingekuwa ni 85 times 600 divided by 100, na hiyo inatupea 510 shillings. Kwa hivyo wangefanyiwa discount ya 15, wangelipa 510 kiti moja. Kwa hivyo swali ni the money they could have saved per chair. So per chair it is 600 minus 510. Wange save shilling 90 per chair. 90 per chair. The equation of the curve is given by that. Find the value of y when x is 2. You substitute x is equal to 2 in this equation. Where there is x, you substitute with the 2. So y will be equal to 2 raised to power 3 minus 9 over 2 raised to power 2 minus 15 into 2 plus 3. This is equal to 16 minus 18 minus 30 plus 3. Negative 27 is the value of y. The equation, find the equation of the tangent to the curve at x is equal to. So the equation, our point is going to be negative 2, and the value of y is going to be negative 27. At 2, that is the point. So for the equation, first let us get the gradient function. So the gradient function, dy over dx, is going to be integration of this. This one is going to be 6x squared minus this is 2, that is 9x minus 15. So this is the gradient function. What will be the gradient when x is equal to? You substitute 2 here. So we are going to have 6, 2 square minus 9 times 2 minus 15. And the gradient is going to be -9. So now we have the point x is 2, y is 27 at that point. So we have the point 2, -27, 29, -29. The gradient is -9. The general point is x and y. Now we can get the gradient normally the way we get. That is, the gradient is equal change of x change in y, yx, which is y minus 29 over x minus 2, and this is -9. So negative, we have y plus 29 over x minus 2, the answer is -9. Y plus 29 is equal to -9x plus 18. Y equal to -9x. Ikikuja pande hiyo itakuwa subtraction, itakuwa -11. And that is the equation of the line of the tangent, equation of the tangent to the curve. Determine the turning points of the curve. At the turning points, also called the stationary points, you should know that dy over dx equal to 0, right? So our dy over dx is the integration of this equation, which we have already integrated here. It is 6x square minus 9x minus 15. It should be equal to 0. So now we are looking for the values of x. 6x square minus plus 6x minus 15x minus 15. 6x into, you don't need to solve like this. You can solve this equation using the quadratic formula. That is the simplest. Yeah, if you don't know how to get these factors, just use the quadratic formula and you will get the values of x. So x is 15 over 6, or x is -1. So x is equal to 2.5 or -1. So these are the values of x. Now we want the values of y, so that now we can have a stationary point. A point is a coordinate. Now when x is equal to 2.5, what will be y? You take the value of x 2.5, you substitute in our equation here, y is equal to this. Mahali unaona x, you substitute with 2.5. Sawa sawa. So y will be equal to, when x is this, so y will be, we substitute here, will be 2 into 2.5 cube minus 9 over 2 x 2.5 square minus 15 into 2.5 plus 3. So y will finally give us 11.5. So no, this one is going to be, so the value of y is going to be -13. 31.375. When x is 2.5, the value of y is negative 31.35. So the turning point at this point will be 2.5, comma, negative 31.375, because that is now the value of x and the value of y. When x is equal to negative 1, you substitute negative 1 in the equation. That is y equal to 2 into negative 1 cube minus 9 over 2, negative 1 square minus 15 into negative 1 plus 3. After doing that, you will find that the value of y, here you use just a calculator direct carefully, you will get the value of y is equal to 11.5. Meaning now the turning point, when x is equal to negative 1, turning point when x is equal to negative 1 equal to negative 1, 11.5. So these are the two turning points, this and that. And that's how you will score your marks.